It looks like the US is still very much on board with its strategic Bitcoin reserve plan.
Absolutely.
Even though the recent crypto policy report didn't dive deep into the details, the White House is clearly accumulating.
Right. I mean, that's a pretty big signal coming from the administration, isn't it?
Exactly. Bo Hines, the digital assets chief, basically confirmed that they've established both a strategic Bitcoin reserve and a national digital asset
Yep,
stockpile.
yeah.
And he's emphasized that Bitcoin stands alone, a kind of unique asset in the digital space.
I find it interesting because it shows that while the report was lacking in specifics, the commitment remains strong. But do you think it sends a mixed message by not including concrete numbers?
That's a good point. He did mention that they want as much BTC as we can possibly get, though he wouldn't disclose exact figures. It's sort of like when you're at a buffet and you say you'll eat as much as you can, but you never reveal just how much you already had.
Haha, exactly. But seriously, is this accumulation strategy more of a hedge, or are they really looking to shape the crypto ecosystem?
It's kind of both, actually. On the one hand, it's about accumulating value, a reserve that's backed by a digital asset.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's also a strategic move to signal US leadership in the crypto sector. They want to back up their regulatory framework with real digital assets.
Right. They want to also give credence to the innovation developers across other ecosystems. But don't you think that by focusing primarily on Bitcoin, they're kind of missing out on the diversity of digital assets?
Well, that's a fair critique. He did say that Bitcoin is in a class of its own, which might suggest that the focus is mainly on the most established asset.
Yes, yeah.
Essentially, it's a cautious approach. They're building a reserve with an asset that has a proven track record.
True, nothing beats a proven store of value. Now, this push for accumulation sounds like it's been in the works for a while. How does this align with previous policies?
It's definitely an ongoing strategy. Back in March, President Trump signed an executive order establishing this reserve and the digital asset stockpile.
Absolutely.
So, despite minor hiccups in how it was reported recently, the underlying policy direction remains consistent.
And there's that humorous irony. A government that's been known for a few twists on policy is now building a digital fortress of Bitcoin. Don't you think it's almost like a modern safe deposit box, but digital?
It is. And it's like securing a national treasure. The infrastructure part he mentioned is also key. They're aware that building up this system isn't something you can just snap your fingers and do.
Right,
It takes time,
definitely.
labor, and careful planning for long-term success.
I totally get that. And it's notable, too, that while they're building this, the report also highlighted a push for a clearer regulatory framework for digital assets. It's like they're aiming for both operational solidity and policy consistency.
Exactly. The dual goals here are to accumulate value and to lead the digital asset space from a regulatory perspective.
Absolutely.
Now, some might argue that focusing solely on Bitcoin might seem a bit one-dimensional, especially given the variety of assets out there.
Yeah, and I mean, why not diversify a little, right? But then again, as you said, Bitcoin's track record could be what gives them the edge in an uncertain environment.
Precisely. And even though he didn't reveal the current holdings, other sources indicate the government might already be sitting on roughly 198,000 BTC. That's
Wow,
over
that's a
$2 billion
huge stash, yeah.
worth, reportedly.
And that number might even grow if they truly want as much BTC as possible. It almost gives the impression of a secret vault getting filled bit by bit.
It does create this image, right? A strategic reserve isn't just about accumulation, it's symbolic of the country's commitment to a digital future. It's a signal to both the domestic and global crypto communities that the US wants to be a major player.
And this plays into geopolitical influence too. Like, if you control a significant portion of the digital asset supply, you might have more sway on the global financial stage.
Absolutely, it's a power move.
Yep, exactly.
And on top of that, the move is wrapped into a broader set of policies aimed at strengthening American leadership in digital financial technology. It's all coming together.
Right. I also found it interesting how Bo Hines emphasized, we believe in accumulation, which seems to be a recurring theme here, almost like a mantra for the administration.
Yeah, it's like their mantra, isn't it? Accumulate, secure, and lead. And he made it clear that Even though there's no public disclosure of the exact holdings right now, there are countless ways to keep building that reserve. It's a
Indeed.
big strategic puzzle where every piece matters.
And I think many people in the crypto community find that reassuring. It shows respect for the space, while also ensuring that digital assets have a place in national strategy.
Exactly. There's a certain balance, honoring the innovation of crypto while gradually integrating it within the government's framework.
Right, yeah.
Kind of like taking a careful step forward instead of a giant leap into the unknown.
But here's something that rubs me the wrong way a bit. If the focus remains too Bitcoin-centric, might we be neglecting innovation in other digital assets or blockchain solutions?
That's a valid concern. Focusing solely on Bitcoin can, well, seem like an oversight of the broader ecosystem.
Yeah, I see that.
Yet for now, it appears that their strategy prioritizes stability by banking on the asset with the longest track record.
True, stability is key, especially when navigating uncharted regulatory territories. So the US might be playing a game of, let's secure what's proven, and then we can explore options for broader diversification later kind of approach.
Exactly. It's like laying down a solid foundation first. And as Bo Hines mentioned, the effort isn't rushed. Building the right infrastructure takes time.
Yes, indeed.
It all makes sense if you're aiming for longevity over quick wins.
It certainly does. And from a broader perspective, this indicates that even amidst rapid digital change, established protocols and governance are also adapting, albeit cautiously, to the new financial digital frontier.
Absolutely. You see, this strategy reflects a blend of technocratic finesse and cautious policymaking.
For sure.
And it reaffirms the idea that the government is not only observing, but actively participating in the transformation of the financial landscape.
And that's a conversation that will definitely keep evolving over the next few years, don't you agree?
Totally agree. Each development, every regulatory tweak, it all feeds into a larger narrative about digital assets and national strategy.
Right, absolutely.
And as long as discussions like these continue, we'll see the evolution step by step.
So, in the end, while the specifics might still be under wraps, the commitment from the top clearly shows that Bitcoin isn't just a passing trend to them.
Exactly. It's all about accumulation and strategic positioning, and that's going to be a key part of the US's digital financial future.
Absolutely, yeah.
And honestly, it keeps all of us on our toes, knowing that even policy can be as dynamic as the tech itself.